Before we get into the video, I want to say a huge thank you to each and every one of you that left such beautiful comments on my CrossFit Open videos. It means so much to me, especially after some of the hard workouts that we had. I was feeling a little down and some of those comments were so beautiful, and it made me feel so connected to you guys because we were kind of going through the same thing. We're like all like connected, we're doing the same workouts. It just felt really, really nice. So thank you guys so much for the comments. It really does mean a lot to me. So today I want to talk to you guys about some CrossFit goals. Now that the CrossFit Open is done, I think that this is such a great time to start creating some goals when it comes to CrossFit or just fitness in general. So I want to share with you guys some tips on how to create those goals. Also, if you didn't participate in the CrossFit Open, I know not everyone did, it's still always a good thing to have goals when it comes to fitness or CrossFit, just to improve yourself either with your health or working on skills or just to improve yourself overall. You want to be good at things, so it's a good thing to create some goals. So let's get into it. So I touched a little bit about this in my CrossFit Open videos and in my CrossFit recap video. If you guys have not seen those, I'll have it linked down below. I recapped kind of the workouts with David and how they went and shared some of my weak points and what I really struggled with. And so if you guys have not seen them, I'll have a link down below. You can obviously check them out. But I did share some of the weaknesses that I did deal with when it came to doing the CrossFit Open workouts. And I kind of took some time after to kind of evaluate what I wanted to work on when it comes to CrossFit, what I want to better myself with. And one of the first things that I kind of came up with was obviously my cardiovascular endurance. My cardiovascular endurance really decreased a lot within the past 4 months. I had a really hard time when it came to the workouts and doing long workouts and really pushing through that kind of cardio. And something that I learned recently is that Simply Manders put out a video on working around your heart rate and how you can kind of improve that. So that is something that I'm currently working on, and I really want to dive myself more into, is working on heart rate and keeping a kind of consistent heart rate, not spiking, because if you guys saw my videos, you know that one of my workouts I completely redlined way too fast, and it took so much longer and it just took so much out of me to kind of finish that workout. So this is something that I really do want to work on, is just my endurance overall when it comes to doing CrossFit workouts. They are very endurance heavy, whether that's just running or just doing long workouts or just pushing through a workout much faster. You don't want to have your heart rate spike. So I have been diving into looking into heart rates when it comes to working out in general. And that's why I got my little Fitbit on, because I have started already working on this goal, because I want to better myself, because I don't want to be struggling so much and feeling so bad, especially when you redline super early in a workout. You don't want to be doing that. You want to be staying consistent throughout the workout and not completely spiking your heart rate. So that is something that I'm definitely going to be working on and already working on. Since the CrossFit Open is done, I'm deloading quite a bit. I'm not putting up my weights. I also did kind of hurt my shoulder quite a bit on the last workout, so I've completely taken a step back. It's good to kind of reset after the CrossFit Open because it is pretty high volume, especially that last workout was a pretty heavy workout at the end. So I'm kind of taking a step back and just working on the endurance right now. And then obviously I'm still going to kind of work on my skills, getting better at my gymnastics skills. Those are my weaker points. With an injured shoulder, I really do need to build a foundation for that and getting strong at that. So that is always going to be my number one thing, just because that is one of my main weaknesses when it comes to CrossFit. So before we get into the tips, let me know what you guys want to improve when it comes to CrossFit, some of the goals that you guys want to get when it comes to CrossFit. Let me know, because I'd love to hear them. So when it comes to creating goals in CrossFit, the main base of your goal is a skill. So you want to be working on a skill. So for me, it is my gymnastics skills. Those are super weak, and my cardiovascular endurance skills. So I want to improve those things when it comes to CrossFit, just for me in general. I mean, it is so different for each and every one of us. CrossFit is so varied. We have people who are strong in the gymnastics skills, but weaker in the heavy lifting, or vice versa, or sometimes in the cardiovascular endurance they're good at, but not the weightlifting. It is so varied. So, I mean, each and every one of us is so different. So we all kind of find our strengths when it comes to CrossFit, but we also have our weaknesses when it comes to CrossFit. Also, if you're kind of new to CrossFit and you're not really sure where you stand or where your strengths or weaknesses are, it's very important that you find a base. So take some time doing CrossFit, learn kind of how the workouts go, evaluate yourself after the workouts, be like, oh man, I really struggled in the gymnastics portion of this workout, or I really struggled when it came to the heavy lifting in this workout. I mean, we all start somewhere, and I mean, we're not going to be doing heavy lifts or anything like that when we first start CrossFit, of course, but just kind of evaluate how the workout went, what you want to improve, what you want to see yourself improving in, and kind of going from there. It's very important that you kind of build a base and see kind of where your strengths and weaknesses are. Obviously, if you did the CrossFit Open, you kind of saw where your strengths and weaknesses are, where you kind of slowed down and where you kind of improved. So like the last workout, were you able to go through everything really fast and have good endurance, and then when it came to the last heavy lift, you were pretty good and you weren't too tired? Or did you struggle during the gymnastic skills, or did you even struggle during the heavy lifting portion of the workout? That is a pretty good thing to kind of see where you're kind of at in CrossFit and what you need to improve. I mean, it's also, you can see that in each and every workout that you did, but pretty much the last one that we did really showed kind of where you could improve in each section, because I think that there's a little bit of weakness for each and every person within that last workout. So I'm going to talk a little bit about getting more specific skills when it comes to CrossFit, like gymnastic skills or weightlifting skills. I'm going to kind of put the cardiovascular endurance kind of goals on the back burner, and we're going to talk about like specific skills. And I think that it's important that we get a good base when it comes to doing CrossFit. We want to have a good, strong foundation. And I think one of the most beneficial things that you can do when it comes to CrossFit is getting a strict pull-up. Having that upper body endurance is so important. Now, a strict pull-up may come easy for someone compared to another person, like myself. A strict pull-up, not so great. So I think that is so great to have a strict pull-up. It is so important for your base, because we use so much of our upper body when it comes to CrossFit, especially in gymnastics, but even in the lifts. We don't realize how much of our upper body comes into play then when you can't use it. Like, I didn't realize how much I used my upper body when I came to CrossFit. Then when I had a shoulder injury and I couldn't use my arm, I was like, what am I gonna do besides air squats? So like I said before, it really does vary on the person that you are. You might get your pull-up pretty easily, and some people might struggle with that. So if you do get your pull-up pretty easily, then you can kind of move on to working on a good, strong base when it comes to weightlifting. You want to have a good, strong base for that. And by doing squatting, deadlifting, and even bench pressing or push pressing, those are such great foundational things when it comes to doing heavy lifting or just lifting in general. So like I just said, getting a good base when it comes to doing skills in CrossFit. It's also very important working on those steps to get those skills in CrossFit. And if you aren't really sure what steps you need to take when it comes to getting a skill, I highly recommend asking your coach. Your coach is there in person. They're seeing what you're working on, what you need to improve on. And so if you want to get a strict pull-up, ask them what steps you can work on to getting that skill. Now, when you want to get a skill, each step should be a goal for you. So I'm going to use a pull-up as an example. So when you do a pull-up, or you want to get your strict pull-up, you want to work on negatives, you want to work on seated pull-ups. You guys have probably seen my videos on these. And you also want to work on banded pull-ups. And these are steps that you can take to working and getting stronger for a skill of a strict pull-up. And these should all be goals of yours. So if you're doing a seated pull-up from the ground, so if there's a bar on the rig and you're kind of have your feet on the ground and you're doing pull-ups like that, that's a great start. And then after that, you want to create a goal to be able to do that with your feet off the ground and on a box, to do a pull-up like that. Or if you're doing banded pull-ups, maybe reducing your bands over time. Those should all be steps, and those should all be goals that you want to attain so that you get stronger when it comes to doing a strict pull-up. Same thing with the negative. You can slowly descend. At first, it's going to be a little quick. You're not going to be as controlled, but then over time, once you get that strength, you take your time to go down. It's a lot slower, and maybe you'll be doing, instead of a 1 second descent, you're doing a 5 second negative. And obviously not each CrossFit class is going to be geared just towards your specific goal and skill that you want to obtain. So I really do highly recommend that you sometimes go to class early or stay a little bit after. Most coaches do not mind, but you take that time to work on that skill. Or even myself, I take one day out of the week where I do just accessory work. I just work on the accessory stuff that I need to do to obtain a skill, and I'll just do that at least one day a week. I usually do it on the weekend. Most of the time I do it after my CrossFit workouts that I do, but I really do like to dedicate a full day of just working on accessory work. So sometimes open gyms that your CrossFit gym offers is such a great time to be working on those skills and accessory work that you need to be working on when it comes to obtaining your CrossFit skill that you want to obtain. And last but not least, I just want to say that skills don't come overnight. Sometimes they take a really long time to obtain. Ever since I hurt my shoulder, it has taken me so long to get my strict pull back. It has also taken me so long to get my endurance when it comes to push-ups back. It has really set me back a lot, but it does take a long time to get skills sometimes. Sometimes skills come easier to others than it will to you, but don't compare yourself with others. Please do not. It is so detrimental to your mental health when it comes to approaching CrossFit and working on skills. But also just remember, skills don't come overnight. I mean, it's so easy to watch a video on like how to do toes to bar, and it's like you do this and this and this, and then you have your toes to bar because it's like really easy to watch them progress in a video. But you need to take time in each kind of section to work on to get stronger when it comes to doing toes to bar, obviously. But when I first started CrossFit, I would look at these videos and I was like, oh yeah, I just need to practice this step for like 5 minutes and then this step for 5 minutes, and then I'll have my toes to bar, when that's not really the reality. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your goals are when it comes to CrossFit, what skills you want to get, things like that. Let me know down below. And also, thank you guys so much again for the beautiful comments that you guys left on my videos. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, of course, hit that subscribe button down below. You guys know where it is. And don't forget to be unstoppable, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Go inside like winter leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting brown, baby, drink your night.